What's going on, guys? This is your new Mustang owner here, and I'm just trying to give you guys tips and tricks on how to plastic dip parts like a pro, like me. So I have a regular can of plastic dip here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and plastic dip a nice emblem, even though it's chrome and kind of pops. I want to differentiate from the crowd, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to plastic dip like a pro. So here we go. We got a nice little Mustang logo here. And we're just going to shake the can real good. Make sure you shake the can real good, okay? And you're going to do nice, light, even coats to make sure you get a nice coat of plastic dip on there. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Right. 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 Yeah, just like that. Uh-huh. Make sure you give it enough time in between coats to be able to have the plastic dip dry, because the more coats you put on, the easier it's to peel off. Oh, it's ready, here it is. Yep, wait. All right, yeah. There we go. Now this is like a texture type thing, and it should be ready to go in no time. So here it is, guys. Here it is. Sweet, different looking, you're not like every other douchebag on the fucking road, plastic dip, So, if you guys want any more tips and tricks, you can just email me or follow my Twitter page, hashtag YOLO douchebag, and any other tips you guys need for plastic dipping, just let me know. But look at that, it's fucking sweet.
That was, I think, the beginning. I think the beginning of YOLO douchebag, like the beginning. I was kind of going through some of the old stuff, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of the old school me. Just give me a heads up if you can hear me okay, sounds good, and then we can start talking some shit, get right to it. I gave you guys a show Sunday. I'm trying some different lighting, a little more light so y'all can see me. What was happening before, you just see my smile and my beautiful face, but nothing else. And people were kind of complaining about the lighting. So anyway, as long as I know everyone's talked about an echo. Is there an echo here? Let me see. Echo. Someone said echo. So got it. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I guess there's a new headset that started to echo. Where is the new headset? New headset. Hold on, guys. I know there's an echo. Relax. Okay. Give me a sound check now. I was trying some stuff, so just give me a sound check now. Hopefully the echo is gone, and if it's gone, we'll party. Check. 1, 2, coming at you. Check. There was only one mic on, but I guess there's another one that kind of piggybacks. It's kind of weird. But I took care of that, I hope, because there's only one going at the moment. Check. Okay, everyone says fixed. Perfect. Let's party. So now, the reason I wanted to show you that video about, when I was YOLO douchebag back in the day is this. A lot of people back then started making fun of the fact that YouTubers were being sought after as some kind of like, credible source. Credible source, meaning, you're listening to YouTubers. Instead of listening to us parts providers and us shops, you're listening to YouTubers. So, you go ahead, listen to YouTuber. If some dumb YouTuber told you, to do it, you're going to do it. Listen to them. Then the market started to shift. All of a sudden, those people that were making fun of YouTubers, the people that were making fun of people that are trying to get something going on social media, the people that were actually trying to give you guys information on a different platform, all of a sudden those guys became mainstream. Now you see the guys that were making fun of that shit trying to join the game. How many times have you guys, if you're older like me, have you guys seen a guy that used to make fun of social media, thought social media was stupid, and all of a sudden they have a YouTube channel? I saw some street outlaws going, well, I guess people are making money on this YouTube shit, so I'm going to try it. And I'm like, oh, interesting, because a lot of people were going, oh, some dumb YouTuber said it was real, so it's real. And I'm like, that is interesting. Now, what I do dislike is when a lot of YouTubers straight up lie to you and the bullshit that's happening in the background. I try to call some of them out, but the problem is if you call them out, it becomes a fucking problem. You start losing credibility because their fans, no matter how right or wrong you are going to take their side. So I said, you know what? Let me just kind of mention them in like the third person, or just kind of say some YouTubers or this or that, not specifically call people out, because that was kind of a better way of doing it. Instead of looking like a salty prick, I just said, hey man, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Some YouTubers are saying this, but take it as entertainment. But it's funny that the people that made fun of all that shit back in the day, all of a sudden started making YouTube channels. You know, I just saw Boosted GT. Not that he's one of them, but I'm like, wow, that guy who races a lot, he's a legit street racer, knows his shit apparently. Now he has a YouTube channel, and he's kind of, I don't want to say, it's never too late, but he's kind of like, I don't know, a little late to the game. And people like me are probably going to go, I'm not really looking to watch his channel. I watched everything that was going on with him with Street Outlaws, right? I'm not really looking to see his YouTube channel because honestly, the YouTube channels that I watch have nothing to do with cars. It's basically girls getting chiropractic adjustments because they're fucking hot, or massages. Because there are some videos out there. If you go on YouTube, you can see girls' vagina. You can absolutely see some vagina happening when the guy is adjusting on him. I'm like, oh, look at, you just saw our cooter. Holy shit. So the subject matter today is bad planning. Doesn't mean it's an emergency on my end. Bad, what is it called? What was the thumbnail? Bad planning on your end doesn't constitute an emergency on my end. Do you know how many times, especially this week, where we announced 1 month ago, Lund Racing 1 month ago announced that we were basically gonna go and take the last week of December off and the beginning of this year, and then a little bit of the beginning of next year. So basically the 4th. We'll be back the 4th. Tomorrow is our last day that we're going to be actually sending tunes out. So if you ordered a tune this week, you're probably not going to get it. Or if we are cranking them out, you might get it, but you're not going to get revisions until probably the week of the 4th, 5th, all that shit, because we're going to be... So you'd be surprised how many people are now rushing. Guys, we're not going to be gone forever. We're going to be back January 4th. But a lot of people were like, oh. And this is what's happening. They build their cars, right? They build their cars. They buy the parts. They put them on. Then they order the tune last. What the fuck are you doing? How stupid are you? Were you going to go, I'm going to order everything and put it on, and then I'm going to order the tune last. Stupid. That should be the first thing you should order if you know what parts you're going to put on the car. If you're going to go with a VMP, Twin 69, Cobra Jet, PMAS, LU47's Flex, order that shit. Then you have it. Then put your parts on. Then flash the vehicle. No, this is what people are doing. And these are the same motherfuckers that most of them modded their cars with the last COVID check from Trump. They're basically going, I bought all the parts, right? I put them on. The car's sitting there on E85 with a brand new setup, and I'm gonna order a flex tune for it. Okay, you fucked up. You gotta take the E85 out of there. Why do I have to take the E85 out of there? Because it's been sitting for 2 months while you were building the fucking piece of shit, full bolt-on hunk of shit. And all of a sudden, now E85 went from being E85 to being probably, I don't know, moist water, E50. And now I have to chase my tail and to see whether what's in the tank is actually 85%. Now, a lot of you guys, especially guys ending with that ends with the last name EZ, Gomez, Hernandez, Velasquez, all you guys, if I say the words, hey, test the ethanol content of your tank. Holmes, I got it at the fucking E85 Valero. I went to the Valero next to the Walmart by Kroger. And my boy get it all the time. And I'm like, okay, what did it test at? What does it test at right now? See, I don't know. It's 85%. It said 85 in the pump. Holmes, I'm like, okay, if I don't know what's in the tank, I can't make you a flex tune. Go back on pump gas. Oh, okay, Holmes. So let me get a tank drain tune. Okay, here's a tank drain tune. Hey, how's it work? Orale! Yay! I'm like, what do you mean, how's it work? I don't know. When I put the tune in, does it like run really rich into all the fuel is out of the tank? YOLO? Are you the YOLO guy from YouTube? I go, no, you have to put a line on the oh, shit, I don't got none of that. I live in a studio, man. Gonna gap some fools in the valley. You know how expensive it is to live in California? Shit, it's like it's like $2,000 here, Holmes. I lost $500 flipping quarters with gravity. That motherfucker got some fake quarters. I told him to flip the quarter like this, and he flip it like this. I said, no. So I was like, all right, cool story. Go, go, drain the shit and start over. And you think because the quality of the vehicle is higher, there has to be a graph I got to make where because you have a GT500 or a Roush or a Celine, you would think you know more about cars. But no, it's absolutely opposite. The higher caliber, higher priced vehicles tells me you know less. You know less about the car or cars in general. Because you go, I mean, it's a GT500. Doesn't it need a oval throttle body and a JLT 188? I'm like, you're on a 3-0 pulley, pump gas, stop with cats. Why do you want a monobleed? Oh, I want to make all the power. Pulley down. Oh, you know, this parts company, and there is the rub. Parts companies sell parts. 9 times out of 10, who do they ask when they need to know how the part performs on a vehicle? Tuners, right? Tuners are the ones responsible for putting stuff in cars, vetting the part, making sure the part makes good power or that it is a good part or not. And you, as a sucker ass hoe that doesn't do their research, just calls a company because they have snazzy ads and you believe what they say. And then when we say, nope, that's junk. Nope, that's no good. Nope, you're not going to make that kind of power with that part. You go, but. And then now we're pitted. We're fucking pitted. We're pitted up against the parts company. Now they tag the parts company and they screenshot what we say to the parts company. And I'm like, you cuck ass simp bitch. Fuck's wrong with you? My God. So a lot of people don't know how to plan shit. They get their parts, put them in, then they order the tune, then they go, I heard you guys going away for a couple weeks, so I need the tune right now. And I'm like, we said that a month ago. Yeah, but I'm not on social media. Meanwhile, you're Snapchatting your dick to all the 13-year-olds everywhere. Trust me, you creep out. I know you creep ass motherfuckers do that bullshit. So that happens all the time. All the time. Now, in my opinion, places like shops should dictate how the build goes in any customer's vehicle. If a customer enters your shop and he can dictate what happens to his vehicle, you as a shop need to get your credibility up because I dictate. Look, let's make it real clear, guys. Let's have a conversation. When you get a tune by me, I'm not talking about Lund Racing right now. I'm not even gonna put the hat on. There you go. I'm not talking about Lund Racing. I'm talking about me. When you get a tune by me through Lund Racing, your car's mine. You have ceased to own that vehicle. You have contracted me to make sure your car survives. And the biggest issue I have between me and the vehicle surviving is you. That's right. Look at me. I own the vehicle now. That's how it's going to be. And if you don't want it to be that way, there's plenty of other tuners to choose from. And you can try them. You'll be back. You'll be back. Trust me, you'll be back. So when you get a tune by me, that shit's mine. I run the show because you contracted me to make sure that bitch runs good. And it is not up to you because you get in the way. Can I get some more sauce? What sauce? What fucking sauce on your pump gas K&N having ass, BBK shorty inch and 5/8 having ass? What fucking sauce am I gonna sprinkle on that hunk of shit? Love ya. It's a piece of shit. I can't do anything to that hunk of crap to go any quicker. So when you get a tune by me, I own the vehicle. I'm the captain now. Okay. So plan better. Order the tune first if you know what your build is going to be. Secondly, if you're a shop, dictate what the customer is going to get. The customer should not go in there and go, I want this cooled air because I heard it has the lowest IATs. Excuse me, sir. Sit the fuck down and have some coffee and let's have a consultation. How fast do you want to go? 10s. Here it is. Sasso. Tómale. Oh, but I want to... You came to me, motherfucker. I didn't come to you. So with that, we you know what's funny? Half of the time, I'm like, what am I going to talk about? What am I going to talk about? And then I'm like 3 words in, and it's just I just rant. So a lot of you guys getting a lot of paid questions right off the bat. So please be, please be patient. Everyone's like, what's wrong with K&N? Nothing's wrong with K&N. What sauce do you want me to give that? What sauce do you want? Oh, well, let me just pull out the special SD card with the hot K&N file. Woo! Yeah, exactly. Okay. 10R80 Allen says, hey, Alex, I got my headers on Sunday, but haven't gotten a chance to test again on the street. Thank you for getting me dialed in. You're welcome, 10R80 Allen. Now, that's the other thing, guys. You're getting a lot of shit confused with what people tell you. That's not on straight because my head is square. When you have a Flex and E85 tune by Lund Racing, it is pre-configured for exhaust mods. If you go out and buy headers that don't have rear O2 bungs, weld some of them in. I don't understand people that buy headers that's missing shit. Why do you buy headers with 4 primaries on each side? Why don't you buy some with just 3 and plug the 4th? Let's just plug number 8 and 4. We don't need them. Let's just plug number 8 and 4. Let's just stop putting shit in cars. Let's just stop putting sensor bungs in parts. Why do you need why do you need urethane bushings or spherical bushings and control arms? Just make that bitch solid, bro. You don't need that shit. Bypass the bullshit. Stop buying parts and complaining that it's missing shit. You're the one buying it, motherfucker. You're the one buying it. Stupid. Oh, let me just go ahead and buy some headers that don't have rear O2 bungs. Stupid. Okay, that'll work. Big Pimpin says, what would cause my short-term fuel trim to go super rich at idle? You either have, if you're on the 85, you're probably on something under 85% ethanol, or the tune that was sent to you, you either fucked up on the form, because how many GT500 owners buy the JLT resonator delete thing and think it's a 123? Dude, do you know how many times I hear, oh, I got a JLT 123. And I'm like, oh, here you go, sir. Oh, it's fucking 25% rich. Can I get a picture of your cold air intake, please? And it says SVT. I'm like, that's a stock math. Yeah, but it says JLT with the I'm like, that's a resonator delete. That's like a pipe that does nothing. What? I'm like, yeah, your math housing is the same size. That is not a 123. That's a stock ass, bitch ass, same ass, shit ass. Oh, damn. They gypped me. No, they didn't gyp you. You bought it used from svtperformance.com. From, at SVT dickhole _69 at AOL.net. That's a good name. Don't take that name. I'm gonna go there and register it. Don't take it. That's mine. That shit's mine. Oh, shit. Bang a rag stang says Cooter. Sick. Oh shit, that's great. Shane says, what parts should I buy with my COVID check? $600? Oh man, I don't know, tires. Fucking don't buy a tune. I'm glad that the COVID check is gonna be half. First of all, if you're getting a COVID check, step your game up, because I ain't getting a COVID check. But I'm glad it's $600. Cause it don't buy you shit. It don't buy you a goddamn thing. $600 is $6 adult dollars. That ain't shit. So what are you gonna do with $600 that you can put on your car? Maybe a cold air, maybe a flex tune, maybe an upgrade. But honestly, just put that shit in the bank. Pay a rent with it. Someone said this is good to pay a rent. That was a very funny way of putting it. If you're on the peasant chat right now, I'm sorry. I am blowing through the paid chat, so you got a while to go. You're coming a little too high power, Holmes. I love too high power. It's the best.
Check this out. Oh, you're coming a little too high power.
By the way, I'll show you a clip of what those guys do over there when they bet for flipping quarters. I got it queued up. I'm just going to get through this real quick. What's your favorite Fox body? 4-eye or Arrow 85 or 86 4-eye notch. Like crank windows, no AC. That is my favorite. Little tiny thing. David Jeffrey in the house says, feels good to be back, vatos. Nice to see things haven't changed one bit. Apoyo, cafecito, y etanol, y gasolina. Nathan Meckler. Come on, Alex. Those Shelby guys know more about them, the jacket and the launcher than any of us that you tuners ever will. You know what Shelby guys really know about? Shelby Dave, Shelby John, Shelby Steve, Shelby this. They know about the heritage. Like the heritage. Like when someone says, oh, did you see that car painted in the blah, blah, blah livery? The word livery, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Oh, it's got the blah, blah, blah livery. Oh, it's got the Marlboro paint from the road racing SCCA and then insert road racer name here no one knows about. Steve Schleckenberg. You don't remember Steve Schleckenberg? You don't know shit about Mustangs if you don't know Steve Schleckenberg. I'm like, what? Fucking some road race fucking queer I've never heard of? Yeah. He won he won the 16 and a half hours of Sebring, 1988. Shut the fuck up. Get a life, you fucking loser. Nathan Meckler, you're not wrong. Awakened Evil says, built 350, running great. Will you shout out friend Tony T-Dog and let him know he about to get gapped again by that HPJ built car again? Badass shit, Awakened Evil. He said his built GT350 is ready to party. Did you see it's just a 6's car made like 1100 horse on like 15 PSI? Ooh, with that RPG motor. Ooh. Ezekiel Palacio says, that's true. I got my 2020 810 2 months ago. It's already got a full exhaust and drag pack. Listo para YOLO Rev Battle Tunka. Oh, I'll talk to you about that later. Ooh, I got some good shit. Got my converter and car runs beautiful. I love it. Thanks, man. Can't wait to put E and make it spicy. Seth Tesh. Slow Speed says, can you say Twisted 500 is gay, please? Twisted 500 is gay. Look, he paid me. I'm sorry. Where is he? Holy shit, you guys went nuts. Fletcher Schrott says, I watch quite a bit of your stuff. Not sure if you've covered this, but what are your thoughts on the Killer Chiller? Thanks for all your info and content. Look, the Killer Chiller in theory is great. It keeps IATs low. Your car's going to basically a blower car. If you can boost it to death, you don't have to keep putting ice in it. You can just run the AC. Now, you understand, once you go wide open throttle in Coyote Mustangs, or I think even in GT500s and most modern cars, the clutch disengages from the AC and it shuts off the AC. But if your IATs are already 70 on a 100-degree day, they're not going to climb to like 150. And then when you let off, boom, AC kicks back in, keeps the IATs low. I think that's a good idea in theory. The way I look at it is this. If no racer, like legit racer, is using it, there's a reason why. First of all, you got to have an AC system. That's weight. That's called heavy. David Jaffrey says, Sasso, man, Sasso used to be Ron. I got a heavy duty sound clip from Carlitos Way.
Eso, oye, heavy duty. Heavy duty.
Heavy duty. Esto está heavy duty. Swapped from blower to turbo and went to lawn. Dakota had my pump E85 tunes done so quickly. Very pleased with you guys. Thanks. That's V8 or be late. Thank you very much. Mr. Jimmy Jams in the house. What's up, brother? How you doing? Nice to see you here. Oh, Coyote, after finishing an on-3 tune with Brandon, I'll be swapping my MT82 with a Turbo 400. Will this require an entire new tune, or can he just slightly adjust the tune? He can slightly adjust the tune. Manual to Turbo 400. It's an easy deal. We use the same tune. Johnny Boy says, you are much nicer on Sunday mornings. I am nicer on Sunday mornings. I'm super chill. It's the peasant chat. Look, you're paying for this. I got to spice it up. Do you know what I am saying? Poor Boy says, Alex, how's the family? With a Vortex Supercharger, what intake is best? The Boss 302, the Cobra Jet 2018 intake? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's. Honestly, when you're blowing shit in there, you could get away with a Boss or 18 or 350. It doesn't matter. I think it's so negligible, the difference between those three. And I think the Cobra Jet, once you include the fucking throttle body situation in there, and if you overpressurize the throttle body, it'll spit out that plastic thing on the motor, that little shield. I'd rather not even deal with that. You can go stock throttle body, 350, 18, or Boss and be fine. It's not going to be like one makes 20 more than the other. It's just not how it works. Ernesto Gonzalez says, hey Alex, does Lund tune the Department of Boost supercharger with a GT500 blower? Yeah. Look, it's not the best blower. The kit's fine, but if you're going to do a blower, do the TVS. Bypass the M122. Why would you pay like $3,000 or $4,000 for a kit that makes 550 horse with IATs to 140, 150? Get the TVS, bitcho. Just fucking splurge a little bit. Venomous 50 says, literally not a motherfucking thing. He said, literally not a motherfucking thing, and gave me $2. Thank you. Ivan D gave me $20 and he says, hey Alex, how's the family? Have you or Lund team tune all variations of Gen 3 cams? Would you recommend the Thumper cams? I've seen clips on YouTube, but I read they're not. But I read they're the best gains for almost same spec as NSR cams. Comp Cam Stage 2 is what we recommend on everything. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me for specs. Don't ask me if we swung 7,000 different cams, 7,000 different ways on 7,000 different combinations. Comp Cam Stage 2. What's on the Blue Goose? Comp Cam Stage 3. What's going to end up probably being on the Black Beam? Comp Cam Stage 2. What's going to end up being on my cars? Comp Cam Stage 3 on Gen 2 and Comp Cam Stage 2s on the Gen 3s. I'm not really like looking to delve into this custom grind market. If it works, it works. Keep it simple, stupid, and you're good to go. Cheyenne Obregon says, Kovacic isn't getting signed. Trump rejected it and said it's a disgrace with millions going to Central America and Cambodia. I mean, if that's the case, did you see how much pork was in that bill? If he is fucked either way. If he signs it, oh, there was so much pork, you just wanted to appease people. If he vetoes it, oh, you don't want to help the American people. Meanwhile, he's saving you a couple $1 trillion. Stupid. People are stupid. Look, idiocracy is here. Idiocracy took place in the year 2500. It's here now. And as long as you know how to navigate the world full of dumb motherfuckers, you'll be better off. Do not expect the best out of people. Be a pessimist and expect the worst out of people because people are fucking retarded and you have to treat them as such. Every time I meet someone new, I'm like, this guy's a fucking retard. And the only way I think differently is if you prove to me that you're not a retard. I'm going to go, guy's a retard. Why? Because if you can't disappoint me if I already think you're a retard. If you do retarded shit, I'm like, yeah, he's a retard. But if you have like a couple words out of your mouth and you're like normal, I'm like, whoa, it's a pleasant surprise. Oh, you're not a fucking retard. Awesome. Oh, nice to meet you, man. Want to hang out sometime? Go to Flanagan's, grab some chicken stickers? Mustang Enthusiast says, what could be my problem? I tested 85 at 86%, but I'm still getting 0.88 lambda at watt. That's normal. Wow, that sentence blows my mind. What should your lambda be at watt? Mustang Enthusiast 5.0 for $5. You just paid $5 to get roasted. What should your lambda at watt be with 85% ethanol in the tank and your watt lambda is 0.86? Tell me what it should be. Whew. Matt 2011 GT says, hey Alex, hope you have a great holiday. Wanted to know your thoughts on tuning the phaser limit rather than installing the physical limiters to help you with low RPM torque. You got to understand though, Matt 2011 GT, are you willing to kiss those valves? Are you willing to be like, mwah, hey baby, hey Piston, how you doing? Coming up, and you're like, oh, I'm good. What's going on? Oh man, I just lost a little oil pressure. Bink. You willing to do that? Are you willing to do that? I'm not willing to do that. PMAS versus PBH cold air intake on my 14 CJ setup. I haven't seen a PBH CJ cold air intake in 10 years or 5 years. Both will be fine. With cold airs, guys, when you go from like a Steeda closed air intake to like a PMAS to like a JLT to like a you're basically just changing how it looks. In my opinion, there is not that big of a power difference across the board that is noticeable across all cold air intakes that measure about the same diameter. It's just how you want to look under the hood. Did you mean Twisted 500? Said slow speeds. Road race queer. Did you mean Twisted 500? Said slow speeds. Blown Chevelle says, hi, Alec, I got a 2012 Mustang. Bone stock, cats and all. Installing a Paxton. At what point would you have trouble with the cats melting? Now. Right now. So 10 pounds of booze, pump gas, long runs, gonna have a problem. Ice Waller comes in the house. Give me $5. He goes, how you doing, brother? Just out of curiosity, what are the pros and cons of a 10R80 versus a 6R80? Which is better for certain situations? I think the 10R80 is super awesome, naturally aspirated, and up to about 800 wheel. Once you get to big boy horsepower, big dumbass shit. I still think 6R80 is King Daddy only because there are so many parts that make it almost indestructible. Now, the 10R80 and Manuel Gomez has done a great job with it, but I have still yet to see a 10R80 live 2-3 years, because it hasn't been out that long, without being serviced at about 1,000 wheel. Big Pimpin says, super rich at idle on all three tunes, E85R, Flex, or 93. Full exhaust other than its stock. Been like that since I got my tunes. Then you either fucked up on the cold air size, because if it's a known cold air, known injector, usually it's not the tune's fault. Ian Martha says, I dropped my Challenger. My Challenger is lowered. I put a new steering wheel on my Challenger. I'm going to go fishing every fucking day. That's what Ian Martha says. He says, hope all is well with you and your family. Do you know what I'm saying? I do know what you were saying. Trevor Gerfin says, can you tell Thomas Okumbe the next time I see him, we finna squabble? We finna squabble? David Jaffrey, missed my last question, Vato. I don't think so, David Jaffrey. You need to slow the fuck down. There is more people around than you, so relax. I'll give you your money back. Madman Rich gave me $5. Said C. Sam Howard, currently into LS stuff, but love the channel. Been watching a long time. Here's some channel support. Sam Howard, thank you very much for being an LS bro and understanding that I'm just trying to educate the masses here. And like I said, if I treat everyone like a retard once in a while and someone's normal, it surprises me. Instead of being surprised that everyone's a retard. Like, oh, you're retarded. Why am I surprised? Did you hear about Trump asking to raise the stimulus to 2,000? Also, what kind of horsepower difference did you think there would be from a cat delete to headers? Cat delete to headers, I think you're going to see negligible gains unless you're boosted. If you're boosted, big boost, okay, 15 PSI and up, and you got cat deletes, and then you go to headers, you'll probably see a 10 to 15 horsepower, maybe 10 horsepower gain. I don't see a huge difference. I just want the least amount of restriction possible, so I go long tubes right away. And I don't think long tubes add 20 horse over cat deletes NA, but I think boosted, that's when you see the biggest gains. Venomous 50 says, did you see Manuel Gomez drug the GTR guy again on his Instagram? Yeah, I saw it. Ooh, boy. Okay, one thing I learned really quickly about Manuel Gomez, right? He's about that life. He'll threaten to fight you. He's got money, so he's whatever you got, he'll match it. He's got boys with money, so if he can't match, his boys will. He works really hard. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people talk and they don't like back up their shit. That dude backs up his shit. So one thing you don't want to do with Manuel Gomez is get into a shit talking contest. You will lose that one. Okay. When I meet Manuel, he is in shit talking mode, right? He wakes up talking shit, So you go, okay, if you want to like get around that, just talk to him like a normal person. If you start talking shit, just wait, let him finish, and then you just, talk to him like a normal person, and then you disarm him. You take his weapons away. He's like, oh man, he ain't talking shit. I'm like, no, he's not. He's just talking normal. What do I do now, man? I'm like, I don't know. Go shoot a hog or something. James B gave me $20. Thank you very much, sir. Says 14 GT, cooks long tubes, and VMP Gen 3R. 88mm pulley. What pumps you recommend on a 4-fuel system on the 85? Not necessarily looking to make more power with the 85. Just want to make it as safe as possible before building. I have two 274 pumps and a 285 third pump in the Fairmont. The two 274s keep up with 1,000 horsepower, no problem. But are those 465 or 512s? They're 274s and a 285. Whoa, I need to know. You need to tell me the number that I know. Joaquin Collins says, will Lund be able to tune my custom twin turbo? Here we go. Guys, it's my car now. It's my car now. No custom shit. I know you want to think you're a badass welder with your pie cuts. No. I'm not looking to re-engineer something. If there is a vetted, known turbo kit out there for V6s, we'll tune that. But if you start talking custom shit that we don't know about, we'd have to like look at everything and go, oh, and it's a V6. We're probably going to say no. Thank you very much, but you might you might want to go elsewhere. He's looking to push 1,000 wheel horsepower. I'm sorry, we're not the people. And thank you very much for following the channel, Joaquin Collins. I appreciate it. We're just not right for you. We're just not looking to make a custom twin turbo 3.7 V6 tune that makes 1,000 horsepower. It's just not what we do. Maybe someone else will do it. Someone else will take it on, and someone wants the clout from that. By the way, people that were chasing clout with the GT500. Funny fact. Is it sad that a Supra's already been 8 and the GT500 hasn't? Suck on that. But love you, Joaquin. I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's just not something that we're looking to do. Lexus Tech. Alex, is Lund tuned the D-Works 1500 injectors for 11 GT500 return system? Also, who built the engine on your GT500? Thanks, Merry Christmas. The engine for the GT500 that I own was built a long time ago. I have to ask Jake about Power by the Hour. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of those 3-letter companies in Florida. It's been okay so far, but I'm keeping an eye on that motherfucker. D-Works 1500s. This is what we're going to do. Lexus Tech. If I'm going to say no because we don't have data for them, but we're going to copy paste their data into the tune. If you have a known MAF curve, meaning a JLT 148, a PMAS 149, what have you, or Kenny Bell 5-inch, a Gimme 5, and we plop their data in, and the bitch is 20 to 30% off, we are not in the data making business. Now, I know there's some tuners out there going, well, you're not tuning the car. That's fine. You could say that all you want. If the data provided to us is not jiving in the tune, we don't support that injector. As a remote tuner, we need the data that goes in your vehicle to be vetted and verified. That's why we tune D-Torque 95s, the 52s, FIC 1000H, 1440s, 1650s, and anything injector dynamics, and the Ford Racing LU47 and MU52. That covers everything. That covers NA, nothing done to it, to 2,000 horsepower cars. Once you start throwing shit in there that is not vetted and is not properly, gone through by a lot of people, people like us are going to go, we're not going to waste our time with this, sitting there fucking with the slopes for 3 hours. And then you have drivability issues potentially. You have idle issues potentially. What power do you want to make? 1100. Get this injector. But I already bought this injector. Look at me. Look at me. It's my car now. It's my car now. Fragavelli says, what happened to the OG Red Sox hat? You hurt some feelings wearing that thing. Fools want the Lund sauce, but can read a book between the 2-3 shift. It's fucking destroyed. I still have it. It stinks. There's mold on it, but I still have it. It'll be in a museum someday. I don't know what museum. What is not a country I've ever heard of? What is not a country I've ever heard of? Do they speak English? And what? Wide open throttle. What? Jared Wells says, built T56 or built TR6060, which do you prefer? Built T56. I want the shifter on the trans. I know you can do it on TR6060s if you relocate the shifter, but I like the T56 Magnum XL for S197 and up. Ian Martha says, it's a Charger, you damn schmuck. Same shit. We gonna squabble, son? I heard you're fucking tall as shit, so I might not want to fuck with you. David Jeffrey says, last time I was in the MF, we talked Chrysler Group dropping the Ram TRX, Durango Hellcat, Charger Red Eye. Now they dropped all 3. Look, now Dodge is doing a really good job at that. But what they're going to have to do pretty soon is electric. Oh, Alex, you're such a gay. Okay. Now that the Mach-E, Mustang Mach-E, oh, I don't like that it's called the Mustang. Oh, I suck so much dick. Who cares? Now that the Mach-E has been actually, people are like kind of impressed by, like, shit, this thing is pretty quick, 0 to 60. The Mach-E GT. I don't care about the base bitch. But the grandma's going to be like, I want the Mach-E GT. And they're going to gap your Fox body with a B303 cam, GT40 Explorer heads, and a Cobra intake. Gap your shit in a Mach-E GT. So, I think Chevy is doing it with the Hummer. Tesla's killing it. Porsche's killing it. Ford is getting into it. Dodge, you might be the last guy left because you're just shoving bigger and bigger shit in cars. Now they're going to shove like an 8-liter Ghoul and shit, which is fine. But it's time. to start venturing into the electric stuff. I love it. You're putting the Hellcat motor and everything. Great. Awesome. It's time. It's time to start doing some electric shit. Ashley Fox was gonna get in a relationship with 2 other chicks. Crazy woman. Love the channel. Also bought an 18506R80 car. 18506R80 car. Oh, Ashley. Oh, Ashley. Don't change. Don't ever change. You're the best. She says, I love the channels. I bought an 18506R80 car. Whoa. Good job. How'd you get that? Because they came with 10 R80s in 2018. Do you know what I am saying? David Jaffrey, your thoughts on my last question about Dodge? Your last question is, last time they dropped the motherfucker, we talked question. There is no question, David Jaffrey. You keep typing instead of asking the question. It's way gone. Can we squabble at Texas 2K? Says I swallow cum. I love you too, homie. I just don't like Auto Mafia. Look, I don't know anything about Auto Mafia. I just read his question. They're probably fine. Andres Martinez, I want to pour my heads. Do you think for a Gen 1 short, what is everyone's fascination? What is, Ashley Fox corrected herself. What is everyone's fascination with porting? Was there a porting thread somewhere like on Mustang 6G that all of a sudden you guys think you need to port everything on a car? You don't need to port anything. I don't know, and I cannot measure, and I cannot even justify doing this. It's taking a naturally aspirated GT with all the bolt-ons, Cobra Jet, cams, the whole 9 yards, making a wide open throttle pull, pulling apart the whole motor, putting a new set of ported heads on it, and going wide open throttle again. For what? How much horsepower do you think you're going to gain from that? Now, boosted, I understand. Big boy boost, 20 and up. But naturally aspirated, I really don't understand the fascination with you guys porting every motherfucker in a car. I want to port the throttle body. I want to port the intake. Porting companies must be having a fucking ball with this dumb shit. They're like, these motherfuckers want us to port it. Oh, okay. I have not seen a measurable bang for the buck situation where porting, let's say, an intake on an NA pump gas car makes 15 more horsepower. Fuck no. These cars are pretty optimal from the factory. Now, if someone can show me that back-to-back comparison, and then I can look at the data logs and make sure everything's legit, I'd go, okay, I believe it. But I haven't seen it yet. I've seen 5 horsepower, 8 horsepower. And I'm like, the dyno varies that pull to pull. How is that measurable? It's weird. But porting your heads for a Gen 1 short block, I mean, are you going to boost the thing or NA? It's kind of like, I need more info. Blown Chevelle says, would high flow cats be more resistant with the Paxton? No, less resistant. Aftermarket cats suck cocks and dicks, and they're just not good. Cuban Coyote, channel support. Car's done until I get you love when I get back. Holmes, gonna gap some fools. What's going on in California? I hear your cars are being fucking taken. What's going on over there? Ice Wallow comes says, do you recommend side louvers or rear louvers more? Which would help me get me into the 6s? That's literally the questions I've been getting. Whoa, focus. There we go. Focus is all fucked up. Look at this. Is it this? Yeah, it is this. Orlando Chavez gave me $10. Didn't say a goddamn thing. On to the peasant chat. It's where the real shit happens. Okay, Cookie Monster says, I ported my lug nuts and the car picked up 3/10. Steve Schlackenberg. There he is. Steve Schlackenberg. Excuse me, sir? Road racing queer? And it was the 20 hours of Jacksonville in 1988. Wow. Steve, you guys don't know Steve Schlackenberg? That awesome road racer with the Gulf livery and the Miller and he SCCA LMNOP series? No one cares about that shit. And then they go, so is that a JLT 123 or a 110? And it's obviously a 110. The guy goes, oh, it's a 148. But do you know about Steve Schleckenberg? Steve Schleckenberg in the house. I love that he changed his name to that. Neftali Hernandez, give me $10. Didn't say a goddamn thing. Love that guy. Thank you very much. Jeremiah Camp in the house says, I've never ported anything, and B ported intake cars never seemed like they had any advantages. Jeremiah Camp has a stock Cobra Jet, cams, E85 on a Gen 1, and it made 480. 480. Okay? I mean, oh, what if he ported it? It would have made 482, and he would have had, I don't know what, $800 in porting? Stupid. Hey, you know what you should do? You should port your throttle body and your intake.
It's a trap.
It is a trap. It's a money trap. Oh, shit. I Swallow Cum says, I'm moving out of South Dakota to HTX as soon as I turn 21. LOL. Okay. Houston, I think he meant. Cookie Monster, I also ported my wiper fluid reservoir for maximum efficiency. Andres Martinez says, I plan to turbo it, wanted some info. I don't waste money on port if it really isn't necessary. Also, would a Gen 2 heads be better? Yeah, Gen 2 heads would be better. Yeah, for sure. Gen 2 heads would be better. I don't think you need to port it. And at the end of the day, if you want a little more power, you turn the boost up. Oh, it's making 800 at 10 psi. Give it 11. Oh, give it 12. Give it 13. Give it 14. But if I port it, it'll come down and boost and make 12 more. They get a mandatory 30-day hold. Plus, she ate ref for emissions. It's rough out here for street racers. You guys are nuts. Like, I'm surprised Country does not get arrested for burning the street. They have a prepper named Country. Big dude. By the way, Cuban, why does everyone wear Champion brand clothing in California? Like, Champion stopped being cool in 1995, 96. Like, it stopped. But y'all wearing Champion sandals, Champion sweaters, Champion hats, Champion... why don't you just bring Triple Fat Gooses back? Triple Fat Gooses? Fila sneakers? Hell, why don't you bring the Charles Barkley sneakers back and the Patrick Ewings back? You should bring the Patrick Ewings back, the Barkleys, Triple Fat Gooses, and starter jackets. Y'all motherfucker rocking Champion over there. What's going on over there? What is happening? Are things that bad in California that the only shipments you can get for clothing is Champion branded stuff? ¿Qué está pasando allá abajo, coño? Blue Ribbon says, I live in Canada. Hey, what cheap Mustang should I buy to mod? I love Coyote Gen 2 motor. Get a Gen 2 if you can swing it, or a good old Gen 1. I'd love to get a Gen 1 once I get rid of all the junk I have right now. Gen 1 stick car, 9-second or 8-second Gen 1 stick car. Oh, there goes third and fourth. That's exactly how it sounds. Alex, would you add a TVS centrifugal or turbo to an On3 Boss 302 or On3 to a Boss 302? Shit, probably a turbo. It depends on what you want to do. Personally, TVS 2650, fucking make a 1,000 wheel boost and make it the most unusable power delivery vehicle on the planet. It just blazes tire every fucking gear. Steve Schleckenberg is crying that no one cares about road racing. Are GT350 heads worth it on a boosted Gen 1? See, the thing is with GT350 heads, don't you then have to use a special grind cam so that the journals are GT350 journals on a Gen 1? I don't think you could put Gen 1 stock cams in it, or Gen 2 or Gen 2 or Gen 1 stock cams, or the stock 350 head cams in it. I think you need like a special grind comp cam to put 350 heads in a Gen 1 and have the cams be Gen 1. Just get Gen 2 heads, bro. Just get Gen 2 head. Lexus Tech says, just to confirm, fuel injector clinic 1650s are good to go. I have not had issues with 1650s. Now, if you're not making big boy stupid power, I highly suggest the 1440s. They tune awesome. Junior massage some of the data. They tune really awesome. Matt 2011 GT says, does the Gen 3 block accept the Gen 1 oil pump? I don't fucking know. The high school kids here are wearing all Champion again. Yeah, what's going on with Champion? Like, are people going to start like start rolling up their sleeves and put cigarette cartons back in their sleeves? Huh? What? You gonna start rolling up? You gonna start rolling up the bottom of your of your jogging pants again, huh? You gonna start wearing one sleeve up and the other one down? Well, that's how we gonna do. Skinny Go Stretch Marks. Love that name. Says, what are some of the useless mods purchases people will think make more power but are a waste? Cold air intakes. Cold air intakes. Right? A lot of people go out there, especially on Gen 2 and Gen 3 and up, and they buy an aftermarket open air element intake. And what happens? Oh, my IATs are like 140 ohms. I was flipping quarters with my Champion sandals. And then when I went home, my IATs were like 140 because I let the car idle for a long time. I'm like, well, yeah, because you got an open air element with a shield made by a kid, and it's not sealing properly, and it's sucking air from under the hood with your header ass having ass, with your BBK header having ass. And now your IATs are 140, 150. And people, but I thought a cold air intake, it's an ambient air intake. The intake is only as good as the ambient air it's sucking in. It doesn't convert it. It doesn't have a what is it, the collider, the hydron? What is the collider? What's the collider? Hadron. It doesn't have a miniature hadron collider right behind the mass airflow sensor that magically makes element 115 or 115 or 116 and then makes cold air go into your engine. No, it sucks in the air that's outside and it shoves it in your motor. Where is the cold air? When it's 30 degrees outside, it sucks in cold air. Actually, it makes it 50 degree air. Oh, I love talking this shit. It's what I was built for. Omar Garza said, sup. Actually, Skinny Go Stretch Marks, the other thing that people do they think that makes more power is they buy injectors and stay on pump gas. Yo, Alex, I got some LU-47. They're all Mexican. Alex, I got LU-47s. We're ready to fucking turn it up. I'm like, oh, sick. E85? Nah, Holmes. Costco ass. Dude, I got a Costco membership. I got the black card, right? So I eat a lot. I'm a big guy, and I like a lot of mayonnaise. So I got this big tub of mayonnaise you can only get at Costco. And I shit a lot. So I get a lot of toilet paper. So I say, well, let me get a membership for Costco. And the gas, you get like a 20-cent discount on gas. So when I go buy my mayonnaise and my shitty toilet paper, I go get gasoline there. So I bought LU-47s to stay on pump gas, Holmes. More gas, more power. Hat money, step up your game. Motherfucker, when you got a disco ball, holler at me with your shit ass hats. Holler at me with the disco ball game, Perdomo. But thank you for the money. I appreciate you very much. Channel support, L50 says, happy holidays. LOL, the Placid video had an old vid pop up on my feed. You doing a commercial on hood shorts back in the VMP days. Funny as usual. Yeah, I mean, that was the fun part about working there. You had some creative freedom. Oh, I was thinking about some stories that I could say about that when I worked there, but I need like I need some time. People still might be butthurt if I start mentioning some shit. But man, that was some crazy shit went on there. Some crazy shit went on there when I worked there. It was nuts. But thanks, Perdomo, for the money. You don't have to, bro. You're good. I got you. Alex, I got a 2012 GT making 1300 wheel at 3500 race weight. You think it can run 8th before the stage 3 MTD2 let's go? Woo, yeah. If you're making 1300 wheel, boy, it's gonna be tough because you need to get out of the hole. You need to cut at least a 1.5 or a 1.4. I cut a 1.42 in the black car, but it didn't make that much power, and the clutch was starting to slip a little bit, so it actually worked for it. But if you can cut a 1.4 and the gears stay alive and you hit your shift points, I can't see why it doesn't work like a low 9 or a high 8. Kidney Bean says, what the F am I watching? Alex, just wanted to wish you a Merry Christmas, brother. Hope you have a great one. Thanks again for all the advice and answers over the years. Michael Charlton. Thank you very much. Had your car gone quicker than an 11.4? Let me know, brother. Dean Simmons gave me $20. Damn, my G. 2017 GT with a performance packet. Bought a Loki kit, which is the 2650 with a stock cold air intake and a stock throttle body. Yep, exactly. 82 millimeter pulley, 93 octane, the car stock. It's my daily, so not trying to go ham. Pretty anxious for the install this weekend. Do you have any thoughts on the kit? It's good. It works fine. I tune it exactly like an Edelbrock Stage 1 kit. I literally give you the Stage 1 kit. Here you go. I love how people are like, well, what do you do special to the Odin? How do you tune the Odin special? I'm like, if you knew, it just works. Here you go. If you got an look, think about it this way. The car, the engine is not going up. You put an Odin up there. Let's totally change the way we operate. Let's totally change the way we combust the gas. Let's totally change how we give spark. Let's just no, the motor don't give a fuck. It turns. It goes wherever. They don't give a fuck. The motor, the ECU goes, what throttle body, what injector, what cold air. And we anticipate the airflow coming in and we adjust that. A lot of people go, oh, well, yeah, it's got special port. It's got special port. So what you're going to have, it's got special port. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to hit the multiplier and you got to make sure the air rushing into the back of number 4 and number 8 are compensated for in the tune. Shut up. Shut up. Are you sure the effective area is the proper math as the inverse and the TPS slope? Shut up. But yeah, it'll tune fine, Dean Simmons. It'll be fine. Alex, happy Festivus tomorrow. Very good. Eder Gonzalez said, how much power will my new rebuild sleeve motor will make? Eder Gonzalez says, Orale Holmes, how much power will my new rebuild sleeve motor will make? Again, guys, you assume everyone is retarded. Everything else is fine. So when a smart question pops up, you go, oh, no, this guy's normal. Killer Coyote says, hard to find a good engine builder out west. Do you think RPG builds good engine? Absolutely. RPG, L&M, even Livernoise, BES, I think, and then Fast Forward Engines. All those guys are great dudes. Merry Christmas to the whole team. Omar Garza. Radio says, what the fuck? This shit's retarded. Dude's weird. I'm Fried says, I know it's hard to tell, but rough estimate of a cold air intake Luntune 1650 with an MT82. But Dino says about 390 wheel. That's about right. I like that. See, you're in the ballpark. I've seen some touch 405, 406, not all that much above it. Happy Dino say 420, super happy Dino say 430. A stock Gen 3 manual with E85 makes about 440. So take that into account. Dean Simmons says, VMP said 82 millimeter on the stock throttle body intake will be equivalent to PSI to an 88 millimeter on the Twix 69 with the JLT. At first, I freaked out when I saw a good, because you're restricting, Dean Simmons, you're restricting airflow with the throttle body and the cold air. So if you were to upgrade, well, you can't, I don't think you can upgrade the Loki to the big throttle body because the bolt pattern is different on the throttle body and the neck is smaller. But in theory, if you were to upgrade the Loki with a big throttle body and a big cold air, you're probably sucking in another 2 PSI, and that's no go for pump gas. So they're right. Alex, well, I need a revised tune for a Steeder water pump pulley. No, absolutely not. Edgar Gonzalez said with ported heads. My sleep motor with ported heads. I don't know. Shout out to, oh gosh, Dynamite 12. Stop it. Because them boys like to litigate. I ain't about that life. Joe Gremia says, hey, Alex, is there a point where you need to upgrade the MAF? Yes, when it pegs. Like when it pegs. Oh, you mean the mass airflow sensor? Boy, a 1300 wheel, 1200 wheel, you upgrade to like an HPX or something like that. But aside from that, and if you have a big enough intake, charge pipe, technically you don't have to. But at big, crazy boost numbers, it's probably a good idea. Naturally aspirated to about 1,000 or 1,100 wheel? Hell no, stock shit. Supreme Alpha Male says, Feliz Navidad, mándame una nalgona de Miami. Well, la nalgona de Miami son de embuste. Ese culín, en de embuste. I drilled a 2-inch hole after my MAF. How much power will I make? It's almost as bad as putting a blow-off valve after the MAF. Hey, Alex, how's the Steeder intake on the red car working? Do you plan on doing a review on it like the Roush intake? Thanks. No, fuck no. I'm not looking to review that shit at all. It was basically for data gathering, and honestly, it's fine. I don't think it's gaining much over like the 350 cold air intake that was there before. It'll perform just like a PMAS. It'll perform. I think, in all honesty, I would love to put a PMAS on it with a shield. I'd like to make something custom where the box is totally sealed from the engine bay, like the supercharged version of the PMAS, and it's drawing air from that area. That's what PMAS honestly should make. The same shield they use for blower intake cars, but the inlet coming in through the side. You should do that so that it's drawing air from the outside. That's what PMAS should do, in my opinion. I'd rock that. I drove the two. I already got that. Feliz Navidad. VMP said, okay, we got it. What throttle body do you recommend for a 2018 CJ manifold? Twin 67 VMP or a twin 65 with the JMS adapter. That's what I recommend. No monoblades. No monoblades. I will say it one more time so you don't fucking, misinterpret shit. NA, no monoblades. Jet S said, Trump going for 2,000 checks now. Get ready. Oh, shit. Poppy Trump is going for 2,000? That means people can afford an N-Gauge, Flex Tune, and LU-47s in the cold air. Woo! Woo! We're going to be busy January, February. I'm going to buy a 2020 GT500. What else should I buy with that money? Another house? Flex 2s for everybody. Vent to atmosphere post-math, bro. Sick flames. Port your mufflers, bitches. They keep postponing the stimulus checks. I doubt we'll get anything. I don't want a stimulus check. What about $600 fucking dollars? What are you gonna do with that? A weekend flipping quarters in the valley. That's it. I mean, it's like $600 for what? $1 trillion deficit so I can get a $600 check? That's some bullshit. I'd rather just, you know what? Fuck all that. Then like we're sending like $700 million to like Rwanda or some shit. Like, no. Send that $700 million here, bro. Do you recommend the Aeromotive brushless 5.0 pump for a fuel cell? I'm trying to put a fuel cell behind the rear wheels in the bed. Yeah, I mean, the brushless one seems to be super badass. I just don't know. I think they say they support like 2,000 horsepower or something crazy. Anything brushless is going to be super badass. Case in point, any RC car that has a brushless like Black Mamba motor, actually that's old, they got even newer shit now, is like ridiculous. So brushless is the wave of the future when it comes to electric motors. So Gringo, is the other Gen 1, is other Gen 1 a good motor? Thanks for your hard work. Blue ribbons, I don't know what the hell you just said. So Gringo, is other Gen 1 a good motor? Thanks for your hard work. I'd love to take your Canadian. Is it too cold up there in Canada that you don't know what the fuck's happening? Is your blood flow slowing down? Because I don't know what the fuck. Is other Gen 1 a good motor? Thanks for your hard work. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what's happening. RGGT says, hey Alex, what's your opinion on a Gen 1 MT82 with 456 rear end gears? Oh, what do you got, a 29-inch tire? Do you have a 29-inch tire? Fifth is 1-to-1 on that bitch. You're going to go through 5 gears at the end of the track? Or are you going to rev the car to 9,000 RPMs? What's up, bitch? I just made it for a live stream. Blazing Angel X. Thanks for being here, brother. Mike, 1,100 river horsepower, 4 Whipple, GT500. Is it worth swap to a 2-inch headers, DD149 over 1 and 7/8 headers in JLT? Mike, that's what I have in the blue GT500. Close to 1,200 horsepower, and I don't think you're going to gain anything with either. I don't think you're going to gain anything. You're going to spend $2,000 on 2-inch headers and a DD149 from a JLT 148? That doesn't make any sense. That you're basically making lateral moves. You're basically spending. Now, the reason I want to put a DD149 in the GT500 is to get rid of the JLT 148. It's fine. I just don't want their products on any of my vehicles. Plain and simple. That's the truth. Is it worth going from a Ford Racing monoblade to a Twin 67 bolt-on 13 GT500? If you're having drivability issues, John Boy, yes. Jesus Loaiza says, hey, I'm selling my Mustang. Is there a way to make the Lund N-Gauge usable with my Charger Hellcat? I returned the Mustang to stock. I don't think so, Jesus Loaiza. You might have to sell the Lund Racing N-Gauge and buy an HP Tuners compatible one. That's probably the best thing. And trust me, you will be able to sell that Lund Racing N-Gauge really, really quick. It's not a problem. People get all wigged out. Then they post it, and that bitch is gone in 5 minutes. I was wondering how the 4R200 transmissions are holding up. No problem. I mean, we got a bunch of them out there in the wild. One of my Fairmont's kicking ass. Out there doing a wheelie back there, doing a wheelie. Now, I have to get it to the track and get an 850 out of it, and then, start selling some parts off that thing. But the 4R200 is for a race setup, and if you want to have similar gear set to like a Turbo 400, it's hard to beat. What about a 2JZ? What about a 2JZ? Thoughts on a ported throttle body spacer? Dumb. Hey, Alex, with tuning and the bolts all the way bolted on, a 2012 Boss 302 worth the extra money over a Gen 1 Coyote for a weekend play toy? Yes, it's worth it because you're always going to have a motor that's better. The motor is awesome in the Boss 302s. That Roadrunner is just a great motor. You can make 1,000 wheel with it as long as the valve springs, are doing good. Dakota has a bone stock bottom end, and that bitch makes all the power. So I would always choose a Boss 302 over a Gen 1 Coyote. Sure. Michael Charlton says, Alex, you're confused. Oh, you're the Paxton guy. I'm sorry. We just finished my Paxton Cal Mercedes rebuild. You had made over 850 before the revision. Hoping 9s. This bitch better go better than 11.4. It better go better than 11.4. If you're having shift-to-shift knock issues, Michael Charlton, go out there and do like a 2-3 or 3-4 hit. And if you're having shift-to-shift knock sensor activity, hit me up. I'll revise it. We'll get rid of that, and you should be good to go. The Moyinator says, Joe Douchebag for the win. Howdy doody. Yo se Fiveohalex, esto está heavy duty,
Oh yeah, heavy duty.
Jesus Loaiza says, hey, selling an unlocked Lund N-Gauge, 300 delivered. That's a deal. Get it, guys. Saving like $100-something. Gen 2 Coyote safe boost limits. Anything about 900 wheel and under is safe. I don't like saying a boost number because boost numbers don't translate. Right? Twin turbos at 15 PSI can make like 1,000. A VMP 2.3 at 15 PSI makes like 800, maybe high 700s on the 85. So it's not just a boost number, okay? Boost is a measure of restriction, okay? So technically, if you have 1-inch headers, 1-inch headers, and a 79 millimeter pulley on a Gen 3 TVS, probably make 30 PSI. It makes 30 PSI. How come it only makes 600 horsepower? It's a measure of restriction. And if you didn't get that sentence, whew, God love you. E-Rock says to Jesus Loaiza, I'll take the N-Gauge. Hit each other up. Just here taking a poop and loving the live show. SD Irishman. Michael Charlton says, Alex, so far on the street, the logs aren't showing any knock on the shifts. We'll find that in spring once the tracks open back up, brother. Sounds good. Cliff Booth says, what's up? TikTok Clan says, is a 2012 Mustang manual a good first car for a teen? No, that's pretty dangerous. The Coyotes are fucking quick, okay? And a teenager is going to do some dumb shit like turn off advanced track and do burnouts because teenagers love doing stupid fucking shit, and burnouts are number one on the list. So they're going to fucking be in trouble. I would not give a teenager, for a first car, a Coyote car, which some adults still can't afford. I would give him a SN95. He could do whatever the fuck he wants on that hunk of shit. A 3-valve, a 2-valve, whatever the fuck you want. He ain't going to get hurt. Shit. Randy Roble gave me $20 with a super chat, a super sticker. That's pretty neat. I'm dying. Supreme Alpha Male. Do I need a turn revision if I install 1 7/8 headers? I currently have an 18 manifold, 350 throttle body, an intake, LU47s on the Lund Flex 2. No, sir. Same tune, you're all set. Just log it for us and make sure you install all of the O2 sensors. Someone said that the Fairmont run. No, my fuel system took a crap and I redid it. My feed line got full of junk from the filter and I ended up replacing the feed line, replacing the filter, cleaning the injectors. Shout out to FIC and Nick Santarpia for hooking me up, getting it done in a day. And the car is back up and running. And then I shredded a belt. So I'll have a week and a half to fuck around with the car. Maybe I can find a rental and go to the track and see if I can run better than an 850. Powered by the Hour Performance says road racing and autocross are for real drive motherfuckers. Yeah, and then a road racing guy goes to a drag strip and they start letting off the gas going down the drag strip. Listen to this, guys. Road racing guys are such badass drivers that when they drag race a car, which is the simplest thing to do, mash the pedal, they start letting off the gas. They're such good drivers. Stop it. Road racing is good to do. It is not fun to watch. It's not fun to follow. It's not fun to, oh, he's got the livery. You know, he's got the Gulf livery. He's got Mr. Schleckenberg. You don't remember Steve Schleckenberg? He drove with Steve Saleen and Tim Allen in the Saleen SSE series of Derpa Sherps. You don't remember the Derpa Sherp series? Oh, come on. How can you consider yourself a Mustang guy if you don't remember the Derp a Sherp series with Steve Schleckenberg? Fuck out of here. Love you. Silver Bullet says, I took my aluminum housing 315 gear after having issues at the track. Found the pinion bearing is a quarter inch from being seated on the pinion. Is this from launching or factory issue? Probably from launching. I can't imagine it being a factory issue. Derek M says 16 VMP Gen 3 free flowing exhaust. My experience with the X-Force Varex mufflers. Can't leave the house in the morning without the whole neighborhood knowing channel support. Look, guys, let's start being adults about exhausts, please. Let's start being adults. Anything extreme, derp, blow your ass out, Corsa blow your ass outs. Oh, well, that sounds like shit. What's that? Oh, they're Corsa blow your ass outs? I could see how they sound like. They sound like shit. Right. MagnaFlow Street Series. Again, MagnaFlow Street Series. Nothing else. You want to know what MagnaFlow Street Series muffler sounds like? Watch the intro to my channel when I'm driving Jeremiah Camp's car. Perfect sounding car. Cuban Cavity says, what do you think about launching at 8 PSI, 3,500 RPM on trans brake, trying to cut a 1.2, 1.3? Hell, we launch at 14 PSI. No, we launch at 10 PSI at the track, but it depends on how. Okay, Cuban, is country prepping your lane? Country sets the street on fire. So, yeah, is country prepping your lane? Maybe it's worth it. Give it a shot. Thoughts on wastegating a Pro Charger setup for more torque? Pros versus cons. Dumb, stupid. Overdriving a centrifugal so you can get more torque. Why not just buy a TVS if your goal is to have low end torque? Oh, let me just pulley it for 80 psi and wastegate 75 so I can have a bunch of low end torque. Stupid. No, guys, just get a TVS at that point. Wastegating a Pro Charger. Get the fuck out of here. Love you. That's a dumb idea. Pros, it's stupid. Cons, it's stupid. What do you think of me and Aldo setting the new record in Arizona? Luntoon Aldo built. So the quickest. Wait, so 761. So that technically makes it the quickest IRS car on the planet. IRS Mustang. So Randy Warble. Him and Aldo went 761 with a Power Glide S550 with an Aldo twin turbo kit tuned by us. Quickest and fastest Ford IRS car on the planet. It used to be the Blue Goose at 767. Now it is Randy, and with the help of Aldo, breaking that record. Congratulations, guys. I wish I had video of it. I would have posted it up. Yeah, he prepped for us. Street stickier than the track. Hell yeah. That street, people fall and break ankles on that street, especially Compton Dragway, Compton Speedway. TVS nickname Tiffany. With Borla S-Type, 2.3 TVS, great low end torque. Exactly. Gran Turismo, nothing like stock exhaust to hear blower PS1. Borla attack only. Stock with the active valve is the best exhaust. The problem, yeah, you're right. Mine is not variable. My Performance Pack 19 is fucking loud with long tube headers. Suitcase delete is way too fucking loud. So I have to do something to calm that shit down, bitch. What weight reduction do you plan on doing on section height? Well, probably a Kirky seat, because it's got both badass Recaro GT500 seats. Take them out. Kirky, nice Kirky. It's probably gonna end up being glass. Like what's the badass glass that they got? You know, the Optic Armor. It's gonna be Optic Armor. Save about 100 pounds there. Hood's gonna stay stock. I like the car to look bone stock because that's the appeal of that car. It's such a basic looking car that you're looking at the chute and you're like, all right, it might go 8. And then it goes up, 8.0, 8.1. You're like, God damn, that thing really gets it. And it looks like a basic bitch car. So I'm going to do my best to get the car lighter. Obviously, lighter wheels. I like Bellax, but I know a lot of people make fun of Bellax because they've had a couple of issues with some of their wheels. But Manuel Gomez and all his crew run Bellax, and I haven't seen any issues with that. And Senior has Bellax on everything he owns. I haven't seen any issues with that yet. So I'd like something like that, a super light wheel or like an old school Bogart. But the problem is that car deserves a nice blingy wheel because the car is a nice car. I can probably do some RC comps. If I can find a nice set of RC comps that I like for that car, that the offset matches what's on it now, I'd probably do that. But congrats, Randy. Sorry about that. I didn't hear about that at all. I should have gotten a video or something sent to me. I didn't get anything. Jeremiah Kemp says, LS Cedar, what MagnaFlows do you have? I don't have drone on the highway. He has the street set, Jeremiah Kemp's car, and it is perfect. My red car had MagnaFlow Street Series. It was perfect. Us guys in our late 40s and 50s don't like the exhaust too loud. Yeah, you're right. When you're young, you're like, yeah, listen to me. And then now you're like, shut up. Put a muffler in that thing. Optic Armor says DDLX. Rich Rican Gang says Xander says hi. Okay. What do you want me to do? Save power for a Gen 3 on 93 octane. Keep it around 700, man. The Whipples make 700 real easy. The Vortex at 10 or 11 PSI with a 3.6 pulley make 700 real easy. So keep it around there. I wouldn't push the envelope on that, honestly, because it's pump gas. You can go one day to a Shell and everything's fine, then go to another to like a Valero or Kroger and you go watt because the Z06 pulls up to you and you don't want to lose to it. And the pump gas isn't as good and you have issues. I'm just not a fan of making a lot of power on pump gas. It's just not, it doesn't make sense to me. The risk reward is just not there for me, in my opinion. I love the disco lights, bitch. The Moanator. Thank you very much. Cookie Monster. Get a fillet carbon fillet. Get a fillet carbon seat. They weigh like 10 pounds, but I don't want to die in it. You know, I want it to be safe. Like the bitch rolls. I don't want it to like fold up my ass and split me in half, baby. Bellax are expensive, says El Coyote. I know. I probably won't be able to swing it because I can't justify $4,000 for wheels. That's crazy to me. Blue Ribbon says in my band, you're right here. What are you talking about? I see you right now. Tillet. Cookie Monster says Tillet seats. I've never heard of them. I'll have to look them up. Is nitrous bad? No. That GT500 is begging for a 200 shot. That GT500, if I can get that bitch to go 790s consistently with suspension mods and weight reduction, you damn Skippy, I'm putting a fucking shot in that bitch. Open the trunk. There's an ice tank, pump, two mother bottles in that bit. Damn Skippy, I'm going to put nitrous in that motherfucker and get it to 770, 760, maybe quicker. That car deserves that kind of treatment. I am not going to fuck around with that car. I'm going to get after it. James Bayou says, greetings, everyone. Alex, I just picked up an 11 GT500 with a VMP supercharger. I have no info on the car. Needing tune, or he's needing a tune. Can Lund retune a car and make sure the car is running correct? Yes, Geo. Yes, sir. Absolutely, we can do that for you. Cookie Much says, talk to El Coyote, and Blazing Angel X says, might as well go Forge Wheels, bro. Forge Wheels, like, is that like a brand? I'm not really up on the wheel game. I'm a well broke ass Family Dollar VMS JMS race star guy. I'm broke. Geo says, hey, Alex, I have a question. How would a preloaded SCT tune differ from a VMP one? I have several mods that I feel the SCT tune isn't doing justice on. Why are you asking me about VMP tunes? I work for Lund Racing, bitch. But a custom tune that allows you to data log, because if you data log right now, you can't go to SCT and go, hey, give me a custom tune. They're going to go, nah, it is what it is. But with VMP, Lund, and every other tuner on the planet, you should be able to go, here you go. Let's data log to see if there's anything that needs adjusting, and then they can adjust back and forth. So that's where you get the value. You get some adjustability. Two of the big ones. Harry and I need them tonight. Nas. Monty540 says, all well-working Nas car on the street is hard to beat. Yeah. But that car's blower. So I'm going to keep it at 29 PSI and then whoop. But I'm going to lower the timing a shitload and gap the plugs to like nothing, because I want to make sure it's safe. That car needs about 1,400 wheel. That car needs to make like 1,400 wheel to be like super badass. Brian E. gave me $5. It says, hey, Alex, if you have an active exhaust plug on your 19, I have the factory exhaust axle backs. If you want it, you'll need the actuator and wire. Brian, I appreciate that. I'm just not looking to do that. I'm going to buy just the MagnaFlow Street Series when they're not $1,500. So I'm going to buy the Magnaflow Streets. They're just perfect. I love them. I love how they sound. But I appreciate the offer. Thank you very much, Brian E. Would love to see that pass in Section 8. Oh, trust me. Everything I do in Section 8 is going to be documented. That car needs to start making me some money. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you $1 if you put black poverty stars on Section 8. Oh, man. I've seen some GT500 owners do that. Hell yeah. Check it out. GT500 owners thinking they're baller. They got fucking race stars and poverty stars and VMSs on shit. And they're posting it up. GT500 with race stars. Oh. Images. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, come on. What's wrong with you, man? This baller. Oh, woof. Blasphemy. This guy went the fucking... This guy went full chrome. I'm surprised he doesn't have like louvers in this shit. He went full chrome. Look at this. No shame. Have you no shame, sir? GT500's there crying. If the GT500 could talk, he goes, "You stupid motherfucker. Trade me in for a fucking V6. What's wrong with you? These belong on S550s and regular S197s. You're putting poverty stars on a GT500. Oh, this car hates you. Trust me, if you put poverty stars on a GT500, you are hated by your car. Your car hates your guts, I guarantee it. What do you think my car thinks? If my car could talk, what would you think it would say? Sell me! Sell me! Sell me to someone with some taste. The GT500 Flex is real, someone said. Sorry, my gringo. It's cold here, frozen, but my question was, should I go for a Gen 1 because Gen 2s are expensive for my liking? Can I build up the supercharged car for an all-season car? Yeah, dude. I had a TVS in my Gen 1 car. I drove it for like 50 to 60,000 miles. No issues. In all weather conditions. It was a good time. You need to take a girl on the Fairmont, cuz. What girl? I took Nick Santarpia in it the other day. That's not a girl, but, you know, he was like, this thing fucking scoots. But I didn't get his reaction because, you know, I wasn't even thinking about it. But yeah, next time, I don't know what. There's no seatbelt on that side. So now I got to get a seatbelt to make her she's safe? No. Fuck that. How do I make the most power out of a Paxton 2200? Just pulley down to a 310. I already got a return system on the 85 and a Gen 2 Coyote. Neil LeBlanc? Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's... You're basically going to boost it or put an overdrive. Like Jeremiah Camp has a 20% and like a 3.6 upper, which is a lot of fun. That thing is moving some serious air. And if he goes down to a 3.3 or 3.1, I bet you'll make 1,000. I have no doubt. Al Rex, which tires are you buying for the red car? I haven't bought anything for the red car yet. The red car still has the 305/45/17 ET Street Rs. I'm probably going to go with Hoosiers if I do some street digs. Next week, I am off. So trust me, next week, you'll probably have 6 videos uploaded on YouTube. Red car, Section 8, Fairmont, white car. White car's clutch is probably toast, so I might just finish it off on camera, smelling like nasty shit. But yeah, that's the plan. Just make a bunch of videos because I'll have time to make the videos next week. But I don't know what tires. I'm probably going to get Hoosiers for it or the probably the Hoosiers. I don't like the Mickey Thompson's ET drags for those. I don't like the 17-inch ET drags for those, the bias plies. Ian Martha says, if you took Nick for a ride, that's the closest to taking a girl on a ride, man. That's as close as you can take a girl on a ride then you can besides actually taking a woman. Wow. If you took Nick for a ride, that's a close to taking a girl on a ride, then you can besides actually taking a woman. That's the American education system. And he paid for that comment. Love you, Ian. Listen back to what the fuck you wrote. It makes no sense. Get the title yet? Yes, Pussy Pounder. I got verification. It will be here Thursday's probably be here tomorrow or Friday. What clutch are you going with the white car? Probably a McLeod or a Mantic. Depends on what's available. I love Mantic clutches. But if I'm going to get the clutch put in, I'm going to work on the transmission. Ben Calamer's working on some stuff, some special stuff, and I'm gonna see what the deal is. If it doesn't come through within the next month or two, I'll just put a Mantic or a McLeod in it and be happy. Yo, buddy, says C Nardi. Pro Charger D1X or Hellion Sleeper kit for an 18GT 10R80 car. Sleeper. Done. Hellion Sleeper, bro. Very good kit. Excellent kit. Their kit is awesome. If it somehow ended up on my door, that'd be unbelievable. Hellion Sleeper kit, Hellion. Alfredo Diaz, laughing my ass off while waiting for the 10 freaking QTs to drain out of my Lexus ISF. Channel support, bitch. Oh, thank you very much, Alfredo Diaz. What the English? That was almost as bad as my last name. Fetfaces. Jordan Fetfaces. Reading it out loud was painful. James Bayou. Yes, exactly. Love it. You love it, Ian Martha. That was some bad shit. And you paid for it, so you highlighted it for everyone to read it. Honey Badger Shoot says, what can 600 get me? Stimulus. Probably a tune upgrade, probably a set of tires, probably a cold air, maybe a intake manifold. Texas, what is it called? TSP? No, not TSP. Wasn't there some Speed Daddy headers back in the day that people were buying on eBay and they were rusting like in 2 days? 600 can get you an STD in the right alley of Vegas. Nice. 5 Point Slow says, is there a substantial power difference between the catted and off-road long tubes? Not substantial, but 10, depending on boost level. Malegro says, 19 GT, our pump gas will soon have 15% ethanol in it. Currently has 10. We're not in a revision. No, you do not need a revision. Some places have 20% ethanol in it, and the car trims it out nicely. No revisions needed, sir. Waiting on 600 stimulus here as well. Paul H. Wow, that's sad. Speed Daddy headers, baby. Exactly. Ian Martha. Hey now, bitchos. Ha ha ha. Thanks for the videos as always. Okay, there you go. Got about 10 minutes left. We can get out of here. Hit up some of the putis. See what's going on. See what I can get going on this fine day. Let me see. Oh my God, it exploded. Let me see some of these messages here. Oh, Donald Trump talked on Twitter recently? Holy shit. I got to see that. Oh, yeah. Chasing full boost, small block V8. You gotta go Clevo heads, all balls. Looking for a small block Ford for the Fairmount? This might impress you, but on the extreme side, shows what's doable. Yeah, building a small block Ford for 1,000 wheel is probably as expensive as coyote swapping the car with a blower. Small block Fords, to build them to make 1,000 plus the boost, it's not cheap. It is fucking expensive. All right. Don't be silly. Wrap your willy. Jesus, is it still married? Okay, they're talking about the Engage. That's very nice. It's very nice. How do you know if your 93 is shit, Johnny boy? Honestly, wide open throttle pulls, you guys got to understand. You got to start being amateur data log reviewers, but do not overthink it, right? Just look at like 3 things. Short-term fuel trim, RPM, and knock. Like, that's it. That's all you got to look at. Short-term fuel trim, RPM, and knock at wide open throttle. And at least you go, well, it's knocking at blah, blah, blah RPM. Let me just send it in to Junior, Brandon, Dakota, or Alex to see if there's an issue. But don't freak out. Like, oh, I saw STFT at minus, at 2. What's LTFT? 0.98. I'm like, yeah, it's perfect. It's literally perfect. Pussy Pounder was asking if I was checking the Grindr page. No, I saw on Twitter that Trump started saying some shit. I'll play it for you. Here we go.
Throughout the summer,
Oh, come on. Stop texting me, people.
Democrats cruelly blocked COVID relief legislation in an effort to advance their extreme left-wing agenda and influence the election. Then, a few months ago, Congress started negotiations on a new package to get urgently needed help to the American people. It's taken forever. However, the bill
how
they
long?
are now
4
planning
minutes.
to send back to my desk is much different than anticipated.
Oh my God.
It really is a
So basically Trump said fuck you to the bill, make it right. So we'll see how that goes. Cal Brandon in the house. I have yet to install the parts. No. But thank you for the big donations. I appreciate you. I'm going to install the parts. I think I'm going to reach out to like Tradition Motorsports or someone like that so they can install the complete Steeda suspension that I have for the red car. I got coilovers, I got shocks, adjustable shocks, and I got rear springs with the tow arm, I think it's called. I got all that. So I'm probably going to have Tradition put that in. I don't have the time. I really don't have the time. And I don't mind supporting a business. Here you go. Put it in. and just so I can just get it back and start making pulls, and they can align it. I want a certain alignment on that car, and I'll install the Steeda crash bar myself because that can't be that hard. But if they're willing to put it on too, do it all. Fuck it, do it all, brother. But I'm gonna probably hit them up because I need that shit done like now, guys. If I need something done, I need it done right now. I'm not looking to be like, yo, I need this done. Oh, I'll see you in 3 weeks. Sorry, I have money to spend. I want to support your business. Here's my money. Do you want it? And if they start saying, well, I don't know. Okay, well, I'll go somewhere else. Let's go. Let's get shit done. But Kyle Brandon, thank you very much. Thanks for all you do. Kyle Brandon's hooking me up with a whole bunch of other shit I'll talk to you guys about later. The guy's like super supportive of the channel and the red car. He has an affinity for the red car for some reason. Listen at the end, the last 20 seconds. Okay, fuck. I'll do it. Let's see. Everyone's texting me, dude.
Disgrace. For example,
I can't fast forward. There it is.
Project back in $4,000 for a couple.
Whoa.
I'm also asking Congress to immediately get rid of the wasteful and unnecessary items from this legislation and to send me a suitable bill, or else the next administration will have to deliver a COVID relief package, and maybe that administration will be me. We will get it done. Thank you very much.
This guy, you know, I gotta admit, the balls on the dude. The balls on the dude. Boy, that guy's nuts. Love that, but he's like, yeah, it might be me, motherfucker. Woo, that means he's... I can't wait. This is like the best thing ever. It's like the best time to be alive. It's literally the best time to be alive. Yo, Alex, what's more believable? That Biden won fair and square, or Ford's statement that the ticking is just a characteristic of the coyote? Jeff K, unfortunately, the ticking is kind of normal. But I'm not going to say all my cars tick. Like the red car has a definite tick, but it's semi-knockish. The white car does not have a tick anymore. The Coyote in the Fairmont does not have a tick anymore. So I don't think it's a characteristic of the Coyote. No. You two grew up in a free speech. Says, ha, 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 love it. Trump 2020. Full RGT, Alex, any experience with the DSS 10R drive shaft? If so, do you think the red car will benefit from it? Yes, I think the red car will benefit from any drive shaft than the stock one, based on just rotating mass, weight. It might have more NVH, but it will benefit from it. Then I have to upgrade the axles too, because once I start launching that sucker really hard, the axles are the next weak point. Lex Luthor with the big donation coming at you. 18 plus auto manual. What would you be the most fun setup in your opinion? Most fun? Okay. Driving experience, nothing beats a manual. I don't care what you say. Nothing beats a manual. If you're in an auto, just ooh. Okay, this is you in a 10 or 80. Leaving a light. Ooh, 60 mile an hour, you know? And you're in your manual, wabba, 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 you know, that's fun. With a 1090, and then you floor, it goes, you're not driving the car, you're riding in the car. So fun, manual. Fun to street race motherfuckers, auto. There you go. In the stimulus bill, there's an amendment to make it a felony to stream copyrighted material? Really? So I can't watch these guys. I can't watch these guys. Oh man, where did I put it? I can't watch these guys flip quarters. Where are they at? I can't watch these guys flip quarters. Oh no, I think I got rid of my stream. I think I did get rid of my stream. I got to go back and get it. It's weird how you got to go back and get it because the stream key keeps it alive, and then you go to your channel, you go to YouTube Studio, and you go back in there, and you're controlling it again. So I'm gonna end the show showing you guys what these guys do on the races over at the Valley Racing Channel. Just a little spot right here where they're out there. Hopefully I didn't disappear for too long. But check these guys out. Check these guys out for doing some flipping stuff. Crazy shit. Here we go. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Here we go. So I'm going to show you guys the Valley Racing Channel. These guys flipping quarters for money. Check it out. These guys are freaking nuts. Love it. For $200.
200?
They're flipping.
Tails.
Oh, you lost the done. I never met you done.
That's gravity. That guy's great.
100?
I need
What
one
do you
of
call
them
heads for
sweaters.
100?
Look at the sandals with the socks on them.
Hey, Philip, 100?
Look at the champion
I
sweater.
got 100 heads. I got heads for 100. Me and you. If it hits anybody, don't count. I need heads.
Oh shit, son. On quarter.
Alright, my team's fucked up. I gotta go.
Test it.
Last flip before the race. How much you want?
Oh, there it is.
200?
Here, 200. Here you go.
Alright, 200.
No offense, Rudy. I just want to gamble.
You guys call.
Philip, oh, we call tails. We call tails. Throw it. We call tails for 200. It counts. Tails! Let's go! Sorry.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's the Valley Racing. It's like the best channel like in history of channel. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Just want to show you a little bit of the fun that they have over there. Had a good time today with everyone that donated. Thank you very much. I'm Fried Says, Steed lowering kit, and I have 305s on my 19.5 rim. My camber's a bit off in the rear. Will adjustable rear control arms fix the camber issue? You can just have that aligned, dude. If the rears are off, you can just have that aligned at an alignment shop if the camber is off. It's an IRS, so it should be able to be adjusted. Kenny G says 2,000 long tubes, LU47s, and a flex tune coming soon. Excellent. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for everyone that joined in to the regular one. Join me Sunday for the peasant chat. Let me get this out of here. Where is it? 1080, 1080p. Let me get that out of here. So join me Sunday. Sunday, we're going to go ahead and do the peasant chat. Sunday, 9 to 9:30 a.m., this channel, we're going to do a peasant chat, a non-paid chat. So I'm going to try to do 2 weeks. Sunday morning, peasant chat, and we're going to do the regular Tuesday at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m., a regular normal chat. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for everyone that watched today. Thanks for everyone that donated today. I'm going to get out of here. For those of you that watch me on the other channel, I will see